Good morning and a warm welcome to all the participants joining us today for this highly anticipated national webinar on the topic of essential e-resources for research. I am Manali Acharya, College Librarian at St. Joseph Vaz College, Cortalim Goa. We are absolutely delighted to be hosting this significant event, which is the result of a combined efforts from St. Joseph Vaz College, Cortalim Goa, Research and the Development Cell, the Library Department, and the IQAC in collaboration with the Balani Infotech Pvt. Noida. Today, we are honored to have distinguished resource persons who will be sharing their invaluable insights and expertise in this field. But before we proceed, allow me to introduce our esteemed speakers for this national webinar. Firstly, we have Dr. Taj, retired library professional currently working with Balani Infotech Pvt. Limited as a Director of Training, Communication and Research. Dr. Ashraf brings with him a wealth of experience, having superannuated in the year 2023 from the post of University Librarian and Head of the Department of Library and Information Science at Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. His extensive career has seen him contributing significantly to the field of library digitization, information literacy, plagiarism, and academic integrity. Dr. Ashraf has authored numerous research papers and articles, along with editing and authoring several books, winning the International Paper Contest held by the Association for Information Science and Technology, USA, twice, and being the recipient of prestigious awards such as the Distinguished Member Award of the Special Library Association and the ManLibNet, the Best Librarian Award. Secondly, we are privileged to have Mr. Satish Hegde join us today. Mr. Hegde has dedicated 2 decades to the higher education and edtech industry, working extensively with various universities and government education departments in India, and he extends our conversation today with his extensive knowledge and expertise. And lastly, we have Dr. Nikita Vanzani, Proteins Innovation Award and the TEQIP Fellowship Grant for her research. Dr. Vanzari has an impressive record of publications and has conducted numerous seminars on scientific writing, web tools, and e-resources for research and training across India. Her diverse experience includes roles such as research assistant, a visiting faculty, and currently she serves as a relationship manager and science communicator, academic and corporate at Balani Infotech Pvt. Limited. Once again, a heartfelt welcome to our esteemed speakers and all the participants. We are looking forward to an enriching and insightful session ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much for providing us this opportunity. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is our immense pleasure at Balani Infotech Pvt. Limited, Noida, to collaborate in this seminar, and we are very thankful to the host for organizing this wonderful event and providing us this opportunity to participate. So I would like to just say a few words on the importance of this kind of activities, which help in creating awareness about a large number of resources which are being subscribed and used by institutions. As you all know, that the entire information landscape has shifted from print to electronic resources, and these resources are playing very important role in teaching, learning, and research process. So it becomes imperative for all of us to know the features, functionalities, and what kind of other important aspects these resources have, so that these can be effectively utilized by the stakeholders, by the researchers, by the faculty members in pursuit of their research programs. Accordingly, Balani Infotech has been conducting these kind of activities regularly at national level, and we have been organizing such events in collaboration and also independently. These programs are organized both uh, off campus and in online formats from time to time as per demand from the users. Balani Infotech, I may inform you, is the largest provider of electronic resources and services during last 35 years. We have uh, uh, distribution arrangement with largest number of society publishers and also with every commercial publishers. So, like we have exclusive distribution right with American Chemical Society, American Psychological Association, then AAAS, American Physical Society, and a large number of other important resources. Uh, Balani Infotech has diversified into new areas like providing services of web-based platforms. Like we have plagiarism detection platform DrillBit, which is being used currently by large number of universities across the country through Infinite e-Shod Shuddhi program. It is being accessed by 1100 plus organizations and is being effectively used to curb the menace of plagiarism. Similarly, we have our English language lab uh, uh, platform, which is called LANQUILL, for improving the efficiency in reading, writing, speaking English language. This platform has become very popular recently. Even IIT Madras has subscribed LANQUILL for large number of students and being considered by other important institutions. We also have reference management and grammar writing assistant tools like SciFlow and Trinka, which are very useful in managing references and writing research papers. And they also serve as authoring platform. They allow collaboration among different authors who are working on a project, who are writing research paper collectively. So, in brief, Balani Infotech Private Limited provides access to a variety of resources in all areas of research, teaching, and learning. We are one of the oldest organization and have diversified very strongly into technological based platforms in recent years. This is our endeavor at Balani Infotech to facilitate impactful research so that this research can be applied both at societal and industry level. Through these uh, uh, publishing platforms, this is our again an endeavor to reach out to the last user of the country so that they can effectively utilize these uh, large number of ebooks and journals which are coming from extremely authenticated and reputed organizations, publishers from across the globe. So e-resources are playing a key role in promoting research. As you know, they have very significant advantage over current resources. They are just a click away. They can be searched, browsed full text, and can be shared. So this is a very important advantage of electronic resources these days, that they make life of researcher easy. It saves a lot of time. So it is essential that such programs are organized by libraries from time to time, so that larger awareness is created among users, and they can use this platform effectively, and also they can also use these programs keeping in mind the challenge of plagiarism, which has recently become a menace. So this is our effort to provide all kinds of tools where research can be conducted in a clean manner, when where information literacy can be promoted among users, and they can understand how to use information effectively and how to use information fairly without any uh, charge of plagiarism, because plagiarism has become a very serious issue and it can damage careers, it can damage the reputation of an organization. So it is essential to know these tools and to understand the implications of their usage for our effective teaching learning process. So I would like to just thank to the organizers for providing this wonderful opportunity to allow Balani Infotech to collaborate and to conduct this event. Our resource person, Dr. Nikita Vanjari, has been speaking on these issues for last 2 years and has reached out to a large number of organizations and has effectively has been helping researchers, users, organizations to augment to maximize the uh, usage of these resources and to also create visibility of the research output to and also help in managing research outcomes. So thank you very much for providing us this opportunity, and I look forward to a very successful session during the day. Thank you very much.
A warm welcome to all the participants and our esteemed speakers. I am Assistant Professor Angela Serra, the IQAC Coordinator at St. Joseph Vaz College. St. Joseph Vaz College Educational Society is a sister concern of the Diocesan Society of Education, the largest educational society running over 100 educational institutions in the state of Goa and providing quality education to the students enrolled in its institutions. The college is running an undergraduate course in science stream. New job-oriented programs will be introduced in the years to come to cater to the needs of industries and companies. It aims at providing to the stakeholders value and skill-based education as per NEP 2020. The college is affiliated to Goa University and recognized by the government of Goa. Our college is offering degrees in the subjects of chemistry, botany, and microbiology. Now I extend a warm welcome to Mr. Satish Hegde to lead the webinar session on essential e-resources for research. He would be talking about the LANQUILL software, which is an English language lab. We are eager to glean insights from his extensive knowledge and experience in this domain. Once again, I thank you all for being a part of this valuable webinar, and let's make the most of this enriching experience. Mr. Satish, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So very good morning. So my name is Satish Hegde, and let me give a brief introduction about my journey, professional journey basically. So I'm MBA from IIM Bangalore and worked in education and especially edge tech industry in India, Europe as well as Africa. So mainly worked with universities and especially governments. Even worked with UNDP and fortunate enough to work with even World Bank projects as well. So that's my background. I understand today we have academicians as well as students of St. Joseph Vaz College, Goa. So yeah, I'm not an academician, but yeah, I mean, even I have published a couple of papers and presented papers in international conferences, and I understand education domain at universities pretty well because I do visit universities and colleges, and thanks once again for giving me an opportunity to talk about LANQUILL. So let me share the screen. Nikita ma'am, how much of time I have? I mean, I have 20 minutes.
Sure, sir. Sure. You can
Thank
definitely.
you. Thank
We
you.
can
Yeah.
also give some more time if something important is there. We'll
Yeah.
begin. Thanks.
So today we have students as well in the webinar, students and faculty, or only faculty?
No, no. Full. We have a mixture of library professional, faculties, and students.
Oh, great. Thank you. Uh, so whether presentation is visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Thank you once again. So, the question is, what are the dreams of your students? So we understand that, today we have librarians, faculty, and, just now, St. Joseph Vaz College, I mean, ma'am representing St. Joseph Vaz College mentioned that, you also have various skill development programs or job-oriented programs. So what are the dreams of your students? So let us, explore that. So I'm very sure, the students of your college, they at least 98% of them go to private sector jobs because, they're basically, students from science background or commerce background or even engineering background, obviously they will look for private sector jobs. I mean, more of them. And a couple of them, yes, definitely they would like to explore government jobs. Even a couple of very, very few students may opt for, academics or research, or even they may want to go abroad as well. The question is why Satish is mentioning about the dreams of the students. So that is very important question to ask. Okay, so now let us explore what are the skills really these students, our students need to land up in, a better, employability. So, even if you really see the journey of NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, because during 2010 when NSDC was established, so I was closely associated with them, and in lot many skill development initiatives, I closely worked with them in policy, in fact. So if you really see, even the governments and universities and the colleges, even the private sector, we are all working on employability. See, I represent a company named, LANQUILL, and even in Balani Infotech, we hire so many people, and I meet industry people, company owners, and the quality of our students or employability is a challenge. It's a major challenge. Okay, 2 years back, even Infosys, the founder, Mr. Narayan Murthy, also mentioned that only 12% of our graduates are employable. Yeah. So let me come to the point. So definitely English proficiency, how the students, convey, how they articulate, how they convince is very, very important. Their hard skills are also important, but 60 to 70% of basically, the 60 to 70% of soft skills are more important. Let me give one small example. Yesterday, I was in a company named DXC Technology, which is a very big MNC, and I'm closely working with them. So one lady, Miss Uma, so she came from Australia, and she was mentioning one thing: if the communication is not good, don't please hire. Don't, even though they are good in Java or any of the coding skills, but don't hire if their communication is not good. So what I want to convey is that employability, English proficiency is important. Now let us come to LANQUILL. What is this LANQUILL? So LANQUILL is basically, it's an online English language lab where your students can practice LSRW skills. They can go for they can read content, go for assessments and certifications. I would like to repeat. What is LANQUILL? LANQUILL, it's an online English language lab where your students can practice listening, speaking, reading, writing, and they can read content, take assessments, and go for 7 levels of English proficiency certifications. Now, how it is different, you may ask. I mean, definitely, there are tons of tools, Satish. I have seen, so many other tools and apps, but can you please tell me how LANQUIL is different? So definitely it is different because this is AI enabled and, it covers so many things. Listening, unlimited LSRW skills, practice of LSRW skills, adaptive assessment, and even 7 levels of English proficiency certifications, and even English grammar, text and style analysis. So some 4 different value propositions are there on one particular platform. Okay, now let us focus more on AI in English learning. Even we can conduct one detailed session, since I mean that is close to my heart and I extensively work in AI. So recently I conducted one detailed webinar for national conference for a university in Vietnam, in fact. Anyway, so coming back, LANQUIL, it's a basically AI-based platform. Well, what do you mean by AI-based? So LANQUIL can understand the skill levels of the students, and it can give content, the questions based on, or learning content or questions or assessments based on the skill levels of the students. Let us assume I'm from Kanpur and my English is not that great. I studied in the native language, and you have students from Goa, they studied in international schools, and their learning abilities and their English skill is really, really great. Now the question is whether LANQUIL can understand the skill levels of these 2 students. Yes, answer is yes. If my skill is not that great, LANQUIL will slowly start giving me content from easier level. Okay, the easier, or less difficulty level. That's a proper word to use. Okay, so it has content, assessments, and certifications. And this I have already mentioned, AI supported, and it also gives personalized learning. If Satish is not that great in, say, verbs, if Satish is not that great in applied English, then LANQUIL gives me content and even personalized learning path to Satish based on my data, in fact. Okay, so now we are part of National Education Alliance for Technology. So I'm very sure, so today's audience, they know about the NEET. So National Education Alliance for Technology is basically, it's an initiative by AICTE. One more very, very proud thing I would like to mention here, we are part of Swayam Plus. So if you go to Swayam platform, you can see a Swayam Plus button. If you click on Swayam Plus button, you can see LANQUIL there. Your students can register free of cost, and they can access content and assessment of LANQUIL platform. Okay, so I would like to repeat, your students can, even without paying anything, they can register free of cost and they can explore platform. I will explain you in detail about how the platform looks, what are the even prices, etc. We will discuss in detail. Okay, so now if I'm a user of LANQUIL, then how much time I will get. So basically LANQUIL can be accessed through email ID and password, and I'll get 1 year unlimited access. Okay, I can practice unlimited listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar and vocabulary, and I can access all the levels of content. And when I say all the levels, there are 3 levels. Let me show you when I show the platform. 7 levels of English proficiency certifications also I can really have. Now let us assume that St. Joseph Vaz School, they would like to have a concurrent monitoring system. Definitely you are going to ask me a question. Okay, Satish, so we have adopted LANQUIL. I agree, but I would like to really understand my BSc second year students, how they are using, and my BA first year students, whether what is the area of improvement, Satish. I would like to really check. So yes, being a college, principal sir and HOD ma'am and then class teacher or even class in charge can have the admin section, admin dashboard, and even you can check what is happening for BSc second year students, whether they are really using LANQUIL or not. Even say, for example, Mr. Pinto is there in BA first year, so he has not really used LANQUIL at all. But you are using LANQUIL. I mean, your college is using LANQUIL. You can even download the data of the usage report of Mr. Pinto or even individual student. Okay, even area of improvement. So it's quite interesting platform. And of course, the local support. When I say local support, we are there with you. We are a Bangalore-based company, and we can conduct as many as online sessions you need, so that we want better engagement. We want our students to be benefited. We want our students to challenge themselves. We want a better learning outcome with the help of LANQUIL. Okay, so this is how the certification looks. In fact, this is a bit old certification. I think I should show you the new one. This is already changed now. This is a bit old, but yeah. So you will see even CEFR standard as well. I will show you by downloading one certification, and there will be a logo of your college. If we are working with say St. Joseph Vaz College, then there will be a logo of your college, and the students can go for 7 levels of certifications. One is when they achieve the certification, they will learn in that journey. Second, they can add these certifications in their CV, and they can show it to show it to the employer. Okay, now we work with more than about 500 colleges. We work with IIT Madras. If you please search IIT Madras, and you can see a lot of articles, and you can see reviews about LANQUIL. So, and one more, IIT Kharagpur we are going to start working with. Otherwise, we work with various BA, BCom, BSc Agri, or even B Pharma or MCom. So we have many engineering colleges with us, more than about 312 engineering colleges. So this is VTU. VTU is basically Visvesvaraya Technological University. We have been working with them for the last 4 years. Okay, so because of I have already taken 16 minutes. Okay, so this is LANQUIL platform. This is LANQUIL platform. So this is Swayam Plus. You can see here your students can go here, and they can register on LANQUIL. If I register on LANQUIL, I can this is the dashboard. So what is this dashboard is telling or conveying me? So it is conveying me that Satish, you are not that great in writing. Okay, Apka speaking is okay, great, but you are not that great in writing. So better you improve writing. So this is a personalized platform. Okay, so it can give a dashboard for every individual student. It is different from Satish or Mahesh or somebody else. Okay, now what you can see in the left hand side: listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar quiz, vocabulary, and my library. I don't want to touch this. Bite-sized learning and all small features. Get certified. And then since we have faculty and librarians today, so even you have admin controls as well. So admin controls as well. Even you can see even offline grammar analysis. But let me talk more about learning. So yeah. So what you can on the left hand side, I would like to repeat. You can see listening. Your students can practice unlimited listening modules. You can see speaking, and you can see reading. You can see writing. In the sense, your students can practice these things. You can practice unlimited grammar, unlimited vocabulary, and you have my library, and ultimately they can go for get certification. Now, ma'am will ask me a question. Okay, Satish, this is good. Okay, I understood. With the help of email ID, I have logged in on LANQUIll, and I can access it for 1 year. Now, karna kya hai? What is that I have to do? Being a student, what is that I have to do? Okay. Now you can see. So I'm Satish. I'm from Kanpur, and I studied. I speak Marathi basically. Konkani I speak in my home. So I'm not really that great in English. Okay. So what I can do is, I can start with A1 level. A1 level, you can see A1 level. What is this A1 level, A2 level, B1 level, B2 level? So these are all called CEFR standards. Okay. So, I'm very sure today we have English faculty, and CEFR is basically Common European Framework of reference for languages. So this is basically standards followed by Britishers and by UK and US people, US companies basically. So British Council or Cambridge. So they all use this CEFR standards. So we are also using this particular standard. Okay, now listening elementary, and you can see speaking elementary A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 level. This is nothing but intermediary and advanced and even pre-intermediate. In the sense, you have a lot of applied English language skills here. The students can go through, they can read, and then even they can take the assessments on that particular. They can even listen, and then they can take the assessment on that particular topic. Okay, I would have to repeat. What the students can do is, see, basically, it starts from elementary level to advanced level. Elementary level is more of the basic English and brushing up verbs, tenses, etc., etc. I mean, and then it goes to basically how to write a blog, and how to conduct the public speaking and all those stuff. Anyway, so the students can read and they can take quiz, and idea is the students prepare themselves by reading the content or listening to the content and taking the quiz or assessments. Now you will see some more new features. If your students have access to this platform, then you see courses here. I mean, different courses here. Anyway, so very soon, after 7-8 days, you see much more changes here. Anyway, so and then let the students, what they have to do is they have to access my library. They have to be prepared, and then ultimately they have to go for certifications. So what are the things? What are the skills going to be assessed in certification? Basically, grammar, vocabulary, listening, reading, writing, etc. Okay, so you can see Satish has done only 3 levels. I can download a certificate here. I can download the certificate here. Okay, so I have the beauty is that if I am good, I can challenge myself, right? I can really challenge myself. Okay, so when your students log in on LANQUILL platform, they have to go for an assessment, in the sense where I really stand, whether I stand in A1 level, A2 level, B1 level, B2 level, or C1. Yeah. So based on the assessment, LANQUILL platform will identify the level of skills. So then your student starts practicing on LANQUILL platform, and then ultimately they can say, I was in A1 level, and then now I'm in 6th level or B1 level. Sorry, C1 level. 6th is basically C1 level of CEFR. So I really learned a lot, and my level English proficiency really increased. Okay, it's basically learning outcome is very, very clearly defined. That is what I would like to stress here. Okay, now the question is, okay Satish, that is great. Many library mein pada, and I have to go and practice here. ठीक है. But I failed in, I'm failing. I tried level 3 so many times. I'm not really, clearing. Okay. Now In fact, what your students, they have to do is, they have to practice these things. Okay, they have to practice. So this is a speech by Kiran Bedi, right? So now they have to listen and they have to answer to these questions. In fact, they have to answer to these questions. So because of time constraint, I have taken a lot of time. Time constraint, I'm making it fast. Okay, so they can see the real time score here. Now I can either try again or I can try a new audio. And this is adaptive in nature. So if my score is say 30%, 35% in 4 different consecutive assessments, then LANQUILL says, hey Satish, I think you are not that great in listening, man. So better I give you bit easier content so that you can improve. If my score is 80%, then okay, Satish, you are from Goa, right? I think your English is good. So, let me challenge you. That's what it says. Okay, so let us go to writing. Let me make it fast. In writing, you can either write or upload or you can speak. Let me repeat. In writing, you can upload, you can write, or you can speak to the platform. You can speak to the platform. Now, hota kya hai? If I write, what happens? Okay, now it is telling me, Satish, you have made 21 grammar mistakes here, and 0 style mistakes and 1 vocabulary mistake. So you can see all the subcategories as well. So I don't want to touch readability score and all. Okay, so I don't want to touch this, but you have all those data anyway. Now, being a student, I have written a paragraph here. Maybe I want to practice a leave letter. I want to practice how to write an email, or I am uploaded my thesis report. I'm a PG student. Okay, now hota kya hai? So now let us click here, and it is telling me that Satish, you have made a mistake. I mean, it's a Grammarly function. End of the day, I can auto-correct it. But the whole idea is not to auto-correct it. We don't want our students to make it mechanical thing. Okay, what we want is, we want your students to learn basically. So they write, they make mistakes, and platform LANQUILL will identify the mistakes with respect to grammar, and it also gives correct and incorrect examples, and it also gives this is in Tamil. Okay, I was speaking with Tamil college, to a Tamil college, yesterday. So I have not chosen Hindi, but yeah, you can go here and you can choose Hindi or whatever is your native language. Okay, Indian native languages. Okay, coming back. LANQUILL can give a grammar suggestion with examples, and it can also give the suggestion in the native language. Okay, in fact, when I met your director of education in Goa, he was really amazed. He said, this is necessary, this is awesome, this is good, so that our students can really build their capabilities. When I say English communication, he was also stressing on LSRW skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Anyway, so let me make it fast. So in writing, after the changes, you can download that document. Okay, so or even you can refer to the page-wise mistakes. I'm talking about the students. Okay, so let us go to speaking. Let me make it fast. I'm taking too much of time. So it is asking me whether I should. You have to say yes. Okay, you have to say yes. So now here is a pronunciation, or how the idea pronunciation. Then I read this and I click on this and record. Okay, I have clicked and record. So immediately on real-time basis, you will see a number, a score here, and it will also identify the pronunciation mistakes. Okay, so what I request is, after this webinar, please share your name and email ID. I'm talking about faculty. Shefali is on the call, and Shefali can give you trial access so that you can explore. I want our faculty and librarians to please explore how this speaking works. This is very interesting. You have to the students, they have to listen to this audio and then they have to speak, and then immediately it can give you a score, and even you can listen to your own audio and you can improve as well. You can improve based on the pronunciation practice. Okay, so let me go back. So we have covered listening, speaking, writing, and let me go to reading. Reading, students, if you are appearing for, say, any exams, so say even TCS NQT test or Accenture or even HDFC or these banks also, they also conduct assessments when they hire you. Or for example, students, they would like to appear for IAS or Goa administrative service, or maybe bank PO exam, I don't know, maybe any competitive exams, or IATS exam to go abroad. So you can see these type of questions. You will be given with a paragraph. You have to read, understand, comprehend, and then you have to answer to these questions. Okay, you have to answer to these questions, and you can see the real time score here. Okay, and then let me go to grammar quiz. So bunch of 10 questions you have to answer, and after 10 questions, LANQUILL will say how many questions are wrong, how many questions are right, and what is the right answer. Okay, same is the case with vocabulary. And now let me make it fast. So being a faculty, you can download the detailed report. You can download the detailed report of the entities. So this is a college level. This is one of the college, Fortune Institute of International Business. 451 users, 414 users are active, 2176 certifications taken. So this can be taken for, say, your BSc second year. This can be taken for even Mr. Pinto or for Mr. Satish. Okay, so you can download the Excel sheet of all the data of all your students with respect to LSRW skills. Even the certifications they have tried. You can see that these are the areas of improvement for your for this particular college. Okay, even you can get this for A section, B section, or BSc second year, BSc first year. Okay, I don't want to go in detail about admin functions and all. What I would like to mention here is, if any of the librarians, sirs, or any of the faculty wants a detailed demo for your college, definitely we can conduct online demo sessions for your college, and even we can Shefali is there. She can create trial access for your college, especially for faculty, English department, and librarians, and even for director or principal, sir. Otherwise, your students can go here and they can register on LANQUILL directly as well. Now, let me let me answer one of the very important question. Let me ask myself. So, Mr. Satish, what is the pricing? Very important, correct? So yeah, coming to pricing, so AICTE has fixed the price as 400 rupees plus GST per year, entire year, all the levels of certifications, unlimited access. Okay, even if you go to Swayam, the students can access the library they can access, but if they click on certification, it will platform will ask 400 rupees. That's it. I mean, it's not more. Now, a college definitely will ask, Satish, we have 3,000 students, whether the price is the same. Answer is no. Shefali can give definitely better pricing. With this, I would like to finish. If at all anybody has any questions, I would like to take the questions.
Thank you, Satish sir, for the informative session on LANQUILL software. We have gained a lot of in-depth knowledge.
Yes.
I now invite participants to ask questions using the chat box or by raising their hands.
In fact, have a lot of energy and enthusiasm to participate, in fact. Anybody has any questions? I mean, maybe related to LANQUIL, or, if at all you want to ask anything about AI in English learning or in language learning, please.
The questions, I request Ma'am Nikita Vanjari to enlighten our participants with the plagiarism.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Satish sir. After an great session on LANQUIL, I'm Dr. Nikita Vanjari. Once again, welcome to each one of you. Satish sir has very well highlighted from the start why LANQUIL is important for every user in career advancement or higher education. And I'm sure this tool will be very well used for the same purpose, especially nowadays, as sir has highlighted, with the talent, with your academic marks, grades, communication becomes a very vital role in placement as well. Once you have that communication understanding and confidence, then we go to the next step of it, is publication of the same. When we are doing research, writing plays a very important role, and therein this communication focuses while writing. These all skills that Satish sir has talked about, listening, speaking, reading and writing, will help you even in your publication. At that time, plagiarism plays a very vital role. I will start with sharing my presentation, sharing my screen. I have off my video so that there is no bandwidth problem. Here I am getting notified that my internet is not stable, so I have chosen to off my video. DrillBit plagiarism detecting software is made in India, made for India resource. So it is a Bangalore-based startup. Of course, plagiarism, we are going to talk about that, but at the same time, highlight some important aspects of plagiarism that are not of a common knowledge. These LANQUIL and DrillBit are a part of today's session, will play a very important role, and they do play. These are essential e-resource for research and advancement. One can avoid plagiarism by writing in their own words. So this I always highlight, how to avoid plagiarism. It is mandatory to use plagiarism detecting software. Thirdly, giving the credit in the reference section. If we are taking somebody else's work, even for referencing, even we get inspired or refer that for our work, it is our primary, utmost important, deal to write them in our own words and mention the original author in the reference section. So these three steps are very important. Writing in own words will give you the originality and uniqueness, so that your content will not come under the radar of plagiarism. Using plagiarism detecting software is mandatory by UGC, otherwise it is a very serious academic offense. Thirdly, giving the credit to the original author. In science and research, in anywhere in general, in music, art, it's important. The original, creator gets the credit. For book, internal project assignment or publishing, these steps must be followed. And as per the UGC guidelines of 2018, this resource is built. Our statutory education body, UGC, has given certain guidelines, and according to the guidelines, there are level of penalties, and based on the level of plagiarism, these penalties will be entitled. How the software of plagiarism detecting works? There is the advanced technology, artificial intelligence and machine learning. What this technology does is, when you upload your content on this particular software for evaluation, this technology will help to compare with the database that DrillBit has. So of course, DrillBit has a huge content coverage, billions of content of already published data, And when you will upload something for evaluation, these AI will help, this technology of DrillBit that we have inbuilt in our software will help you compare your content with billion of data, and within a short period of time. Maximum is 15 minutes for English language. Within that period of time, 800 pages could be checked. What this AI will give is a matching algorithm. Manually, it will take maybe years, or even it is not possible to do that. But with the help of AI and this resource, you can do that within minutes. Similarities, manipulation, and irregularities are detected. We have received AICTE NEET assessment that we have added on our platform. You can also see in the Ministry of Education, Government of India platform. At the same time, UGC has recommended the use of DrillBit in Bangalore University and Savitribai Phule Pune University, which was very well mentioned in the newspapers as well. DrillBit recently has been started by utilizing under the Shodh Shuddhi program. So 1100 universities and institutions are currently using DrillBit as their plagiarism detecting software under the InflibNet program. InflibNet is a huge library network. They have initiated a Shodh Shuddhi program, and DrillBit is being utilized as a plagiarism detecting software by faculties and research scholars to enhance the research quality. And you can also see this information on the Shodh Shuddhi website, where DrillBit current members and the current utilizations, you can all, there are, that is updated on the platform, and you can very well view them anytime. We have added certification because we check our unpublished data through this software. We also save it in the repository of the DrillBit. So as a user, you can be, have no worries, because your data is protected, be it in the DrillBit repository, or if you are using it on our platform, there will be user confidentiality. So whatever as a user you are evaluating, nobody else will have access to the content. Statistics, definitely, some statistics are derived that are available for the admin, but the content is not available, and it is a secure and legal process. This is the content coverage that I was talking about. So whenever you upload something to detect plagiarism, to conclude if it is a plagiarism or not, this is the content coverage across which your content is checked from, through the use of artificial intelligence and machine learning. This content is daily updated, so there will be a difference if you check the same content after a while. If some documents you are checking, if you are checking it even after a week or so, there will be changes, because publication is an ongoing process, and that will be added to our content coverage. So we have billions of internet data, many theses. This number is upgraded, and it continuously is growing. So there are many theses and dissertation in our repository across the globe. If you see peer reviewed publications, so peer review publishers and journals are covered on our platform. When it comes to regional language, premium regional language coverage is there, and millions of theses and dissertations are covered. These are the key features of DrillBit. So DrillBit has two product management, folder management. One is admin. In DrillBit platform, one admin will be there who will be coordinating, who has an access of, to have the clarity over the statistics, how many users they can create, how many documents they can allot. So one will be the admin who does this particular work. Then user profiles. User depend upon the particular organization's requirement, institutional requirement. The user can be faculty, research scholars, students, or library professional. We have repository concept. You can save it in the DrillBit repository. So that will again help it will get added in the database for the evaluation. So when somebody is checking, so if the similar work is happening somewhere else, it is in the repository, it will help in the evaluation that, this kind of work or this kind of wordings are already published. We have certain exclusions While evaluating, you can exclude certain sources, quoted work, references, and these is according to the UGC guidelines of 2018, which we have added in our folder management. Different languages are supported, different file formats are supported, and manipulation can be detected. AI detection we have added recently. We can see there is an decrease in similarity report or plagiarism, because what nowadays users are doing, they are telling ChatGPT to rewrite. So the wordings are changed, but the AI influence is now increased. So in our platform, we have both. If it is matching with the published, if you copy pasted intentionally, unintentionally, that can be also detected. And if you have used AI for the support of rewriting or completely copy pasting, then that can be also detected. Support of AI is no problem, but completely copy pasting from ChatGPT is not recommended. Publishers are not very encouraging that, because facts are diluted. You can also see that ChatGPT nowadays is saying that the content given by ChatGPT may be wrong. So we don't want to spread the wrong information. Writing in the own words is of utmost important. In Word, we write our content, so DrillBit can get plugged in like this. There is an add-in option. From there, you can get DrillBit and it will get plugged in. So after writing some pages, you can simultaneously check here itself. We have also plagiarism check via email submission. So every language has different email address. You can, as a user, email to us the document and we will provide a result in the PDF form. So that facility is also available. Regional language coverage is 15 regional languages are covered, from Assamese to Santali. And the content coverage of regional language, the database that we have, again, is huge and of premium one, from the Shodh Ganga thesis to journal and internet. One important point, the content must be published in that particular language to cover in this content coverage, and henceforth it will give the right result after evaluation from the software. Major customer across the globe, and at any given time, if you have any question and queries, so DrillBit team is always there to answer them. At the same time, I would like to tell that you can also connect with us for trainings for the same, because we not just talk about how to utilize this particular software, but we also talk about the settings, how it plays a very important role. So another few more minutes in which I will take you to the platform and talk about those settings. So this is our homepage. Homepage covers all the information that I have covered recently in the presentation about the advanced technology, about the assessment, and there are certain valuable feedbacks as well that are mentioned on our homepage. We cater to organization, institutional, and personal, depending upon the needs. The subscription and the proposal can be done. So please connect with us. If you still don't have DrillBit plagiarism detecting software, it is a very well-known product which is competitor to the different resources, different plagiarism detecting tool that you currently have, made in India and up to the mark that it competes with the best, and it is the best. It can be integrated into learning management platforms. There also it can be integrated, and in the support, there are files attached for every user. At any given time, if there is a question or query, they can go to this video tutorials or PDF. And in contact, you can also connect with us through WhatsApp as well. So we connect through WhatsApp and through phone numbers and email addresses as well. So our homepage, below you can see certifications are attached with the additional information, and to log in. This is again a cloud-based resource, so you can log in from anywhere by adding your username and password. This username and password is created by the administrator. Once you have logged in, this is how the homepage looks like. Because of the shortage of time, I will highlight the important parameters. Dashboard. individual statistic analysis. So you don't have to go anywhere. Everything is presented here itself. How many documents are allotted to you, how much of that you have utilized to the recent submissions, monthly submission, and the trend analysis of your work. Whatever you're checking, what is your own, and what seems similar with the published, you can just click on the dashboard and view that. So very well, presented for each user, which documents you're working on. In the My Folder area, you have to create the folder for evaluation. Folder plays a very vital role. You can create this folder from here, and while creating the folder, there are certain exclusions. These exclusions are as per the UGC guidelines of 2018. In these guidelines, you can see everything related to plagiarism is mentioned about how to keep the academic integrity intact. To all the important definitions are covered here. Other than that, you can see certain exclusions, which is very well mentioned. It is important for me to say now that DrillBit plagiarism detecting software is for words, consecutive words. So here it is mentioned 14 consecutive words will be considered for evaluation. We have a default setting where 5 words are taken into consideration for evaluation. Plays a very big role in the percentage, in the result. However, there are certain tools for images, but currently UGC has not recommended those tools. So we only up till now have plagiarism detecting software for text, for words. DrillBit plagiarism detecting software is not for audio, video, images. If you have equations or tables or graph, that will not be considered, basically because continuity of words is of priority, and that will only be considered for the result. Wherever there is continuity of word, 14 words or 5 words, that will be taken into consideration. At the same time, what settings you are giving to the folder, quoted work can be excluded. Basically, this comes in all our mind that some definitions are there. For example, Newton's law. If you have to write a Newton law, you cannot change a law. So you can put it in an inverted comma, and that will be excluded from the evaluation. So those settings are given to the folder so that one can focus on the important text for the evaluation of plagiarism. Some definitions, some university address, if it is coming in your thesis and you want to exclude that, up to 15% you can exclude. Reference, bibliography, table of content, you can exclude. As I have said, DrillBit plagiarism detecting software is for words. I'm sure with the advancement of AI, this will be also considered in the software soon. After using the software, our goal should be to go in the level 0, 10% and less, because it is a no penalty zone. Level 1, level 2, level 3, the penalties are also described in this particular document. So when you are creating the folder, you can select that settings accordingly and then create a folder. Recently, we have added this email notification. So whatever you check inside this folder directly goes to your email address. You will get a PDF. So that is again very convenient, and do everything yes. So all from the all database, you will get the result. And once submitted, the folder is created. In this folder, you have to submit for evaluation. We have 15 regional language. 16th will be the English language, but outside India languages are also covered. So totally we have 100 languages that we covered. And at the same time, this is how after submitting you get the result. So at the end of this, I would like to highlight about the similarity report, which is of utmost importance, and the downloading of the report, which you get in the form of PDF. We have a repository concept. So whatever you check doesn't go to the repository, you have to do additional step. So if you want to finalize everything is final, then only select to save to the repository. There are two ways to do that. One by clicking here, and then you can do yes, and then it will go to the repository. So whatever you check doesn't go, you have to select and then it will go. Again, more than 30% highly plagiarized document will not go to the repository. 30% and less will only go to the repository. If it goes to the repository, every user can delete it. As I have mentioned, the data is confidential. If you save it to the repository, nothing can be downloaded, but you can delete it. So this is how the user repository looks like. In the setting, we have added this setting recently. It is a two-step verification. While logging in, you have to add credentials. After adding credential, another step is there to add email OTP. If you want to secure your account, you can do that. If not, you don't need to on it. So if you on it, you can do the needful. This is the folder. After giving the folder certain settings based on the UGC guidelines and based on your academic guidelines, then submit for evaluation and the result will come like this. Everything will be shown in this particular report. This is called similarity report. Software, plagiarism detecting software gives you similarity report that is equal to match words upon total words. You have to analyze this online report and conclude if it is a plagiarism or not. That human beings have to do. Human beings have to conclude for the same. So all the alternate from little matching, alternate sources is also mentioned here, and major content where it is matched, that also is shown here, primary and alternate sources. If I click on the source, it will take me to the text. So whatever continuity of text is there, it will be detected and the coloring will show about the plagiarism. You can see some small sources also you can exclude. So while creating the folder, I will again show, while creating the folder, what you can exclude is you can put it in inverted comma. So definitions could be excluded or some text mandatory could be excluded. Small sources, 14 words. No, 5 words will be considered. Grammar, additional subscription charges you have to give, and exclude phrases. It means that some phrases like some instrument name, some formula, or for example, certain chemistry names like sulfuric acid, it cannot be written in any other way. Those, small phrases could be added here, up to 15. Exclude quote, up to 15% you can exclude. And in an online report, once you have done the setting, you get the result and you evaluate that. Here also for theses, if your academic guidelines permit, then you can exclude small sources. Less than 1% are smaller sources, which may be reflecting from alternate matching. Some algorithm is there. If publishing, rectify. In thesis, you can choose to keep it. And there are some important aspects like share this analysis page, which we have recently added with your supervisor. You can, duplication of sentences is there, where repeatability, some phrases we tend to repeat. The repetition, we have given this feature where some repetition can also be rectified. It may or may not be added to the plagiarism, but it can be rectified. And this setting, so whatever you have done to the folder, those settings can also be analyzed from here. As I have said, 14 word count is considered for the result. Now, if I do no, then 5 words will be considered for evaluation, and you can see how it impacted the result. Now, for publishing, I have to reduce it from 22 to level 0. That's my responsibility. From here, you can download the report. From here, basic file information. You can also print a digital receipt and attach to the theses that you have evaluated for plagiarism. And this is saved to repository. Additional step always one can take, and once required, you have to click and save to the repository. You can scan and share through WhatsApp as well. You can also email. So when you email, a PDF copy will go. Even if you scan, a PDF copy will go. As I have highlighted, nowadays AI influence is more. So we have received this beautiful feature, which is of very importance nowadays, wherein if you have certain chat GPT like influence completely copy pasted, which is not recommended, then like this coloring will come. And if you have downloaded your report, it will be shown in terms of this a PDF format, which will reflect all the important aspects, especially the settings. No one can go away with the settings that you are doing. Whatever settings you do, it will be mentioned in the final report. So after your supervisor or after you have done the settings accordingly, you can go for publishing or you can submit the thesis. This is how important a plagiarism detecting software is. I'm sure if there are any questions, we can take a few. But before that, I would like to thank St. Joseph Vaz College for, supporting us and collaborating with us for organizing this session. And at the same time, a very warm, thank you to Reverend Professor Shimao Diniz for administrator of St. Joseph Vaz College to initiate this, or maybe let this session happen, because I hope this session was useful for all the participants joining. And Professor Maria, principal of St. Joseph Vaz College, thank you so much. Ma'am and sir has always been very supportive in organizing such webinars. Dr. Melvin for initiating this session and taking care of everything, small things, and making this session successful. And Mrs. Manali ma'am for such nicely coordinating today's session and for, supporting and reaching out with the participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, if you have any doubt, any questions, can please ask for our resource person.
Thank you. I can see there are no questions because this was more of, sir, like an introduction to LANQUIll and to DrillBit. I'm sure DrillBit is utilized in a lot of places, but again, highlighting why LANQUIll can also play a very vital role in the career advancement and in communication. So that was our goal. I'm glad there are no questions, but I hope today's session highlighted these important aspects. And thank you so much, and have great rest of the day. And thank you, Melvin, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nikita, for informative session on DrillBit and giving a detail how this can help new researcher for checking plagiarism. As we have come to the end of this session, on behalf of St. Joseph Vaz College, I, Dr. Melvin D'Souza, Assistant Professor of Chemistry Department, extend my sincere gratitude to all who contributed to the success of today's webinar on essential e-resources for research. First and foremost, I would like to express our appreciation to Dr. Tariq Ashraf, Director of Product Research Training Communication at Infotech Pvt Limited, for collaborating with us and facilitating this webinar. Your support has been invaluable. A special thanks goes to our esteemed resource person, Ms. Satish Hedye, Head of Growth at LANQUIll, for sharing his expertise on LANQUIll and providing insight information during the session. Furthermore, I would like to thank Dr. Nikita Vanjari, Relationship Manager and Science Communicator at Balani Infotech Pvt Limited, for her informative presentation on DrillBit, which added depth to our understanding how this software can help a researcher during the plagiarism of e-resources for research. She has contributed in making this session also very successful. I also want to express gratitude to all the attendees for their active participation and engagement throughout the session. Your enthusiasm contributed significantly to the success of the event. We acknowledge and commend Balani Infotech support and dedication in facilitating enriching education opportunities. Our college looks forward to future collaboration with our esteemed resource person and Balani Infotech aiming to organize more such enlightening webinar to empower individuals in their academic pursuit. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.